Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to Farming Simulator 25. Welcome back to Riverbend Springs, edit by Stevie. Tonight, we're going to conclude our second year harvest. Potatoes. We're not going to forget about potatoes this time around. And we've got soybeans to harvest. That means we can get pig food up and running. We're actually getting honey now with some decency. So I'll show everybody, if you weren't here for the other live stream, when I went a little crazy with the honey hives, I'll show you what it takes in Farm Sim 25 to actually get honey with some regularity. And, well, I don't want to bring folks down, but I do want to talk about a community post that I made yesterday. That is all about the California wildfires, and man, those things. Alright, what? There we go. What the heck was that? I don't know what's going on with the California wildfires, but man, oh man, it is pretty devastating. A lot more devastating than I was thinking. But then again, I don't watch the news with any real regularity. So yeah, I've got some information down in the description. If you feel so inclined, please, by all means, if you are able to, there's a link for the American Red Cross and wildfire relief. But yeah, there's thousands, tens of thousands of folks have literally lost their homes, have nothing, and yeah, it's a lot more impactful than I think past wildfires have been, just because of where they are. They're not just up in the hills; they're down in some pretty dense suburbs. I know, Joel. I know. I was sadly, I saw that the death toll is up to 24 now. It was 16 yesterday. You know, I put in the community post, I have the information in the description of this video about a content creator I follow, a tech tuber I follow. He was at CES in Las Vegas covering the event when his house was just totally lost. And I can only imagine getting that news when you're away from home and having to, you know, travel back home and then make your way up to your house to basically see what is left and what isn't left. He's just amazing composure to keep it together on camera, I can tell you that. But if you haven't seen the video, go ahead and check it out down in the description. Again, like I said, there's a link to American Red Cross. If you feel so inclined, please do so. We're not going to do any sort of, you know, stream for charity and have things pop up on the screen or anything. This is between you and yourself, pretty much. Bitwit, David, Bitwit. This won't take very long. This won't take very long at all. Oh, yeah. Yeah. And a lot of that may just been shock, right? Like, I can't believe this. But seeing the video and, you know, thinking, oh, it's up in the hills, these wildfires, it's mostly the forest, it's mostly wild land, if you will. Maybe there's some rich people's houses up there, and, you know, not to sound uncaring, but, you know, is it really a disaster if super rich people lose one of their homes? No. But when you see that video and you see that it's a neighborhood and it's blocks upon blocks, miles upon miles of neighborhoods leveled from a fire, cars burned, husks in the driveway, along the street, seemingly random, right? You might have a random car that's completely fine, and then 20 feet later, there's nothing but just charred steel and melted plastic. You've got a house, and right next to the house that's completely leveled is a house that's got a little bit of char on it, and that's it. Right? Hopefully they can get some rain in the area. Hopefully they can get some additional firefighters. From what I understand, there's stuff, people coming from Canada, people from coming all over the states to try to help out. I don't know what started this, if it was started naturally or if it was sadly started by a person, either deliberate or undeliberate. But yeah, seeing his video pop up in the feed, it was like, oh, this, you know, it kind of brings it home a little bit. So we're going to talk about it tonight a little bit, not all night. We'll bring it up again on Wednesday, and then Friday and Saturday over on the secondary channel. Those are all our normal streaming nights. You know, we're going to bring it up. I've got links. If you want to do something, it's fine. But we teach our kids that charity, donations, it's not something that you advertise. It's not something that you boast about. If it's something you want to do, then you can do it. But it's between you and the Red Cross, or you and their preferred charity. Oh boy. I didn't know 20,000 liters of potatoes was this heavy. Come on. Oh, shush it. Jeez, it's not like you got someplace important to be. Well, Barbara G, you can't really trust the news. I don't know. It's one reason I don't watch it anymore. Is it really mismanagement? I don't know. Who does anybody know the real story? Probably not. I mean, we're not going to get political here, but I saw posts, I saw messages about, you know, the Carter funeral, and it's like, many images were framed such as to exclude Trump and his wife as if they weren't there. Look at all these past presidents. Look at who's not in the picture. Well, it turns out if you'd move the camera a little bit so that there wasn't a pillar in the way, there he was, standing right behind a pillar based on where the camera was located. So, you know what? You can frame any story to tell any story to tell any story you want. Right? If you want to tell a mismanagement story, then you can spin it all you want. I don't know either way. The end result is the same. Massive disaster, massive property loss. And at this point, it doesn't matter how we got there. It's how we recover. Bossman, that is indeed good news. 8 long years. 8 long years of laboring. How many trees do you think you cut down? Do you know? That's great to hear. That's great to hear. I was hearing from Jolly, who's doing that, and he said, or no, David, I think it was, in the stream yesterday, was saying that he cut 200 trees, just over 200 trees, and he's a couple years in. I didn't know how many trees it would take. And we have straw bales and what in the barn hayloft. The barn at the starting farm, the default barn does not hold any bales. It's just decorative. The bales that are up there now. There's only one base scheme building that will store bales. There are, I believe, some bale storage mods already out on the mod hub. So you do have some choices there. Well, I mean, you could put them there, but it's not like they're stored there like with the storage script, right? They're just sitting there. So when I think storage, I mean putting them in the storage shed, and you have to go to the menus to eject them, right? That's what I think when I think storage. Other than that, yeah, you've placed them or stacked them all on the side. All right, let's check our production. Pick food. Are you? This is seriously a 1 to 1 to 1 to 1. Well, okay, we have 20,000 wheat, 20,000 potatoes already. And I guess we'll put 20,000 soybeans in. I thought for sure we'd have a mod drop today. I'd heard from some folks that they had mods that were listed as pending release, but nothing today. Then I heard through the grapevine that Marcel's on vacation, but I don't think him being out should affect the release of mods. Yeah, the temple build is quite profitable, I'm sure. As far as putting them in the hayloft, I don't know if you really have a way of putting them up there. You definitely don't have a way of getting them out other than using super strength, because I don't think those barn doors necessarily open up all the way. And if they do, you might have a telehandler that can reach up into there, but getting them out is going to be the question. Farmer G, that's great. Was it a dirty injector? Bad gas? Well, you know, Lisa, there was at one point in a prior farm sim a hay elevator mod. It was designed specifically for the little baby bales. At the time, baby bales weren't in the game by default. There was modded balers that made small bales, and then there were bale elevators to basically, you could put the bale on the elevator and it would basically take it up and put it into the barn. And you could roleplay in multiplayer someone taking the bales off the wagon, putting it on the elevator, and then obviously someone up in the barn, or multiple people up in the barn, then doing the stacking. But sadly, we don't have anything like that in 25. I don't really think we got anything like that in 22 either. At least not on the mod hub. But yeah, Farm Sim 25 has got a very long future ahead of it, right? We're going to be playing Farm Sim 25 all the way up through 2027, possibly 2028. Who knows when that will get replaced. We are 4 weeks away, folks. 4 weeks away from the National Farm and Machinery Show in Louisville, Kentucky. I'm going to be there. David's going to be there all the way from Australia. We're going to cover the event like we've covered the event in years past. I do have a few ideas I'm going to try. I want to try to publish some shorts specific to some of the bigger booths, and just have a short with some clips together of the bigger booths, and then yeah, we'll see how things progress and come together. But that is going to be the second week of February if you live in the Kentucky area or anywhere within a reasonable driving distance, and you can make it to the farm show. By all means, think about doing that. It'd be lovely to meet up with you all and hang out for a day or multiple days. Go have lunch, go have dinner, whatever. It is going to be February 12th through 15th. I'm going to be in Louisville, Kentucky from February 11th through 16th. I'm going to be leaving on the 16th to head back to the home, back to the old homestead. And I'm going to be arriving on the 11th. I like to travel the day before and after an event. Another location that I am going to be, as well as Giants, is going to be at PAX East in May. It is not too early to be thinking about that. It's definitely not too early to be trying to find lodging for that particular event and picking up your passes. Unlike the National Farm Machine Show, which is basically free aside from parking, PAX East definitely has a cost to getting a pass to come into the event, either one day or multiple days. And then, of course, you've got transportation to Boston. But if you're into PC gaming, it is a great event to go to because there's going to be tons of independent and small gaming developers there. Lots of games to try out, lots of games to play. And a perfect opportunity to talk to the folks making the games you love and enjoy. Giants will be there. I'm sure the Farm Sim 25 booth will be very, very popular. There's likely going to be several other content creators there also hanging out for the week. Man, we are muddying up this road, aren't we? At any rate, that's 40,000 liters. I wonder. I forget. Like, I don't do this a lot. Do we have a miniature tater factory? No, we can't do it anyway because we don't make oil. All right. We might hang on to our taters, though. Simulation Farms, welcome. Welcome to the stream. So, Lisa, are you new to the Farming Simulator franchise or just new to the channel? Either way, welcome to the wonderful world of Farm Sim. Welcome to the channel. Glad to have you here as a subscriber. I've been playing Farm Sim since 2016 myself, and I've been creating content since 2017. Gosh, it's almost sad to think that you're just now finding out about us. At any rate, before we get on too far with the night, this video is brought to you by Semper Buffo and Donald Smart. Thank you for being farm barons. You know, Lisa, there's folks of both thoughts, right? There's folks who are like, I drive trucks for a living. Why would I want to drive a truck in recreation, right? Or why would I want to play a farming game if I'm out in the field driving a real tractor all day long? But for others, it's just it's either a way to pretend that you are maybe able to use machinery that you just can't afford in real life, or maybe, you know, if you're a rancher and you do beef cattle, then maybe you're like, well, you know, it's kind of curious what it's like to just be an arable farmer and not have to worry about feeding cattle, moving cattle around, and doing all the cattle stuff, right? So, in the end, my thought process and the way we've structured this channel is we just want to hang out and have fun. I play the game to enjoy myself. So if I'm not enjoying myself, I'm not doing it right. If you're not enjoying yourself, you're not doing it right either. And the only right way to play is the way you enjoy. Maintenance has definitely been a little glossed over with respect to Farming Simulator, right? It's like there's a game out there called Car Mechanic Simulator. I call it Click Simulator because it feels like all you do in that game is just click, click, click with a mouse. Take off the tire. Well, I gotta click on the 5 lug nuts, and then I gotta click on the tire, and then I gotta click on this, and I gotta click on that. It's like, are you really playing a game, or are you just getting taught how to click a mouse? Ravenhawk, what's up? What is up? I like how this field really demonstrates the self-leveling aspect of not only this harvester, but several other harvesters. Lots of your root crop harvesters have this self-leveling feature. Oh, and the best thing is when you run into stuff in Farm Sim, it doesn't actually damage your machinery. Let me check here. I feel like I've skipped lines. According to this, I haven't. I'm gonna try at any rate and see if I pick up some taters or not. By running down some of these rows that look like they've not been picked up. Alright, over here I feel that we definitely have something we haven't picked up because the distance texture is a little bit off. It was a little bit warmer here today. I think it was up in the 40s. Some of the snow we got about 2 weeks ago has been melting away. Yeah, it's 33 right now. This side's going to only have a low of 22. How's the weather where everybody else is? Alright, there we are. Oh, we can't fold this until we empty this. Alright, well, then. I was just looking at the dirt. Now, we don't see, but it would be nice to see Dude, get out of my way. Ugh. It would be nice to see, like, clods of dirt flying off the tires. I want to check something. Those of you that have been around the channel for a while know that I have solar on the roof. I haven't had any real solar output in like a week and a half because they've been covered in sun. Oh, late this afternoon I actually got a little bit of output. When I pulled in today from work, I saw that the snow was like 2/3 of the way melted off the panels. They were covered, yeah. We're now finally starting to melt out. Scooter, I've never really used that stuff because I don't know, I can never figure it out. That was in 22. And then again, like I've said before, the actual driving around is part of the game that I enjoy. It's like some of the field work I could do without, and you know, I'd gladly farm that out. See what I did there? Farm field work out. I'd gladly farm that out to the AI, and me driving around, that sounds fine. Look like tomorrow night we might be down to 9 degrees, single digits. So I don't know what that is in the universal Celsius standard. Oh, it's not bloody cold. I mean, I wouldn't want to go outside and stand around and without any shoes on. But, I mean, you'd be surprised if it's not windy. It's Samantha. No. If it's not windy outside, it's not all that bad. It's the wind. It's the wind that really cuts through you. Oh, I thought 22 had a feature where you could like go from silo to sell point. But I do know in here, like clickety clickety clack, I've actually been able to get this to work in 22. Oh, let's just go over here. And let's go to no. Why, Giants, did you move this around? I want to return that. All right. Let's go take the ferry, and then we will. I'll show you what I had to do in order to get honey with some reasonable quantity. Jonathan V, it's FK's Funhouse. Explanation, FK's Funhouse for a link to the second channel. It's also linked in the description in the text about the wildfires and all of that. That's where we play other games. So yes, we do American Truck Simulator on Sunday night. We do Wreckfest right now on Fridays. And we're currently doing a Baldur's Gate 3 multiplayer run on Tactician on Saturday night. We might be... Are you coming over here? We might be switching over to Assetto Corsa Evo for our Friday night gaming, or Friday night racing. It releases later this week. There's no price. It's going to be in beta, so we'll probably like see what it looks like before really suggesting other people buy it. Yeah, it's a perfect time to pick up those states if you didn't already have them, or you didn't have a subset of those. I mean, ATS and ETS2, they go on sale frequently. So you could pick up Canada from Pro Mods. I think all you have to do is create an account, and I think you can download that for free from promods.com. They have a Canada map. I don't think it's the entirety of Canada. I think it's just a subset. But I do think I do think SCS has mentioned in the past that Canada is very much in the works, or is very much in the plan for ATS. Alright, let's go check out my beehive. I went a little overboard, maybe, with my beehives. Yeah, so I even put them in backwards because I just placed them down. But yeah, we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 2, 4, 6, 8, 42. I put 42 beehives down. over here on this big open plot of land that I already had. And as such, well, let me go show you what we've got. I don't remember when I put these down as far as months ago. It was a fairly recent live stream. So I feel like it's only been a couple months. We also need to plant wheat over here in these two fields. Just for funsies, I did do oilseed radish. I normally don't do that. But here we go. We've got one full pallet of honey, and I've got another pallet that's almost full of honey. We got one and almost 1.5 pallets of eggs. Over here, we've got 101 chickens of various age groups. So yeah, all you gotta do is put down 40 some large beehives and you're gonna be making some honey with some regularity. Let's go over here and check out our stones. Maybe to get a load of stones for our lime processor. Make sure this goes in. Oh, would you stop? Alright, it's going in the trailer. Now while that's running, let's go check out our block. So we have 6 pallets of blocks made up, almost 7 pallets of blocks. We'll let that go another month. I really want to know what these little paper hats, these newspaper hats, are for. I thought they would be collectibles. But we ended up having collectibles, which were the museum things. I think we get more than 1 pallet a year. I think we're going to be getting a pallet like every 2 months. Oh, good deal. Good deal, David. We're going to the tractor pull Friday and Saturday night. Oh, look, I parked the trailer here. Of course, it's in the way. I don't need to see it. is this one? Nope. It's over here. Let's go get some fertilizer. We don't want to miss our window. I don't think I can make fertilizer yet. Manure and digestate. I don't have manure. So we'll just buy it. Giants hasn't fixed manure yet. And I didn't download the map update that includes a workaround. So we just have to wait. But there is a fix coming for manure. That's what I thought. Let's go empty this thing of fertilizer. And we'll get this process going again. All right. Do it. Do it to it. Which way are you working it, buddy? What? Whoa, whoa, hello. Get back here. What, Pedro Martinez, do you think you're doing? That's fine. That's fine. Let's just haul out the diamond thing. That's why I wanted to check. I've heard tell rumors that no-till seating over a Well, seed radish field didn't work. So that's what I wanted to make sure before we went off and did our own thing. There we go, 50%. All right. Let's go do our thing. How much milk do we have here? Oh, we got 2 full pallets of milk. Milch. And then we're going to pick up some bottled milk. Pick up our blocks. Well, yeah, it's that's the way things are going, is subscription based, because companies figured out they can get a regular revenue stream by renting you software. But if they just sell it to you, it's a one-time buy, and right, you may never come back for an update. But they can rent you can rent software, and then on their nice balance sheets, the accountants can demonstrate for shareholders and the like a regular revenue stream. Oh, okay, Farmer G. Thanks. Yeah, make more money that way. I mean, I pay like 20 bucks a month for the Adobe suite. There's no way I could afford like to buy Adobe Premiere full out. You know, back when it was a one-time buy model. Now, over the years, I have spent more than the Adobe suite would have cost me upright. But I would have had to have bought multiple versions and everything. And things like that. Okay, let's go sell this stuff and make a little bit of profit. Dinky UK, what's up? What is up? I mean, I was gonna say wait till we have like pay to play gaming, but we kind of do already with like World of Warcraft and stuff. The train, the cafe. And it's always accepted there. But they don't want it. They don't take it anymore. Where's the grain towers? Goat milk. All right, let's figure out where the cafe is. It's over there. Course play for 25 is available over at the GitHub. I'm sure Farmers or Scooter can put a link in chat for you. I made a community post about it back around Christmas that it was available for those that were interested. Of course, it's still in development, so if you're not willing to use software that's still in development, then you're going to need to wait. But it seems to have worked very well for those who are using it. I'm sure there's still features they are adding. Be sure to get it from the official GitHub. Do not in any way download it from any of the scraper mod sites, because you don't know if you're going to be getting the legit current release. So if you just search Courseplay GitHub, I see Farmer G has a link there now. All right, $7,000. Oh, it's right over there. There's some add-on auto drive mod that I saw a Farm Sim Guy video on. I didn't watch it because I don't use auto drive, but like auto drive corners or something, no idea what that's all about. I suspect if you're an auto drive player, that makes some sense to you. Yeah, I think they worked pretty good together in 22 also. It's just not a, I don't have much interest in it. I kind of like just doing things the old-fashioned way. I used Courseplay a lot in Farm Sim 17. I used Courseplay a good amount in Farm Sim 19 until I get so fed up with it that I basically said I'm done with it and will never go back. Never did auto drive because, like I said earlier, driving from point A to point B is one of the things in Farm Sim that I enjoy. So a mod that would eliminate me having to drive from point A to point B, well, that really doesn't sound that appealing to me. But I know there are others that are very interested in something like that, and that's perfectly fine. Because like we say all the time here, The only wrong way to play is a play that you yourself do not enjoy. CBW Farms, welcome. Welcome. Alrighty then, so our oil seed is nearly done. We got basically a free fertilization out of that, because the amount of seed we used to put oil seed in here was pretty darn minimal. Tell you what, this disc is primo disc here. Oh, I think you can. You can teach an old dog new tricks. I mean, come on, you're using a computer after all. It starts with first how and why would I want to use it. And then from there, watching a tutorial on how to do that one thing, and then eventually getting comfortable with it and expanding out from there. Oh, the way it's shifted. So there is a little bit of overlap. I think it's like S. Croft, not Scruff. But I might have that wrong too. Real Oaks. I did have an update to Riverview. An update was sent to me in order to incorporate. I've not played Riverview anymore, because again, with there being like 1,200 mods pending testing, I don't want to oversaturate with Riverview gameplay when it's not going to be reasonably available anytime soon. So I don't know when to expect it, other than the fact that Giants has a huge backlog to work through. And it wouldn't surprise me if we don't see it until it is much, much closer to February, sadly, just because of that huge backlog. Whoa, come back here. There we go. Oh, that's funny. The disc is, is it? It is. It disced. It disced the crop. We just get a different texture where it was seated. Well, Farmer G, the way I look at it is nothing got released. So at least his isn't pending release, and then other stuff gets dropped. I did learn over the weekend that PC players have a pallet limit of 150. No, 300. 300 pallets. Right? There's no Bale limit, but 300 pallets on PC. If you're in the Discord, explanation Discord, our good friend of the channel, GTX, put a mod link to his GitHub where he has published a unlimited pallet fix for PC. So if you are, for whatever reason, running up against that 300 pallet limit, then that is one way to alleviate that problem on your system. Oh, we gotta turn around. Since the 9th. The 9th was when? Thursday. I think that's when Schultz's was in. Because he was expecting a Friday release. That didn't happen. So then was expecting a Monday release. That didn't happen. All right, get to work. And yeah, we got plenty of food in there. We got food over here. Yeah, we got some food over here. I should be able to. So we're about to confirm that. All right, get to work. I look forward to additional game settings coming out. Hopefully it's coming out so that little circle will go ahead his way. There we are, 100% fertilized. All right. We've already got 60 more liters worth of honey. All right, we got all that lime done. Turn that off. We'll turn that off. Turn that off. That's on. Guess we'll turn that on just to clear out the hay. Rabbit Rob! The gaming version of Rabbit Rob. Nearly 4 years of membership. What is up, sir? How's it going? How's it hanging? Oh, what did I do that for? I was going to swath my beans. Now we don't need a monster truck this thing. I was like, come on, I gotta be close. Oopsie daisy. I mean, technically if you set it to this working width, then it should, right? Although I think I tried that with with baling and it didn't work. No, it doesn't work because I tried. It's basically the same principle. I tried to use the base game helper for baling by setting the working width for the baler of the windrow, and it just says it can't. It's like there's certain functions that just inherently you can't hire a helper for. That would basically be picking up any sort of swath or windrow. Yeah, it is a pity because, you know, like, like console players don't have the advantage, right? They don't have the option, I should say, of installing Courseplay and doing it that way. There we go. Oh, Brian, do you full-time work from home, or is it just on occasion? Well, I just thought it's interesting the way this field decides it wants to do its field work. Yeah, it's like the game didn't build in any support to detect a windrow, and then to basically find the windrow and use it. I don't know what Courseplay does other than maybe just disabling that that limitation and lets you just program up whatever you want. But I do know in 22, right, there was a pickup bales function that would literally detect the bales in the field and drive around and pick them up. Because if the bales came out askew or if they moved for any reason, if it didn't auto detect where the bales actually were, then it wouldn't be able to properly pick them all up. You use a KVM or anything like that, Brian, to have like the gaming system and your work system on the same monitor and keyboard, so you can just toggle between them? Alright, this one's almost done. Ah, the good old 90-degree desk work and fun situation. I mean, if you got the room, that's great, right? I've got a the main gaming system that we're on right now is on a dedicated basically sim rig. But the rest of my stuff is on a 4-way KVM, and I can easily toggle between work laptop, home office system, and a couple other little play systems. But it really has changed how I do work at home when I am working from home. Because I can just hit a button, toggle over to another system real fast, do what I need to do, then toggle back. I wish the AI helpers worked faster. Their insistence on doing the turns at the end of each field the way they want to do them just slows everything down. Well, I mean, sometimes, at least in 22, they would just walk off the job. Right? Oh, nice. Nice. So you can basically see your presentation and know if the slide changed or not, right? On some of our setups, we put a monitor in the back of the room so the presenter can see what's on the projector behind them without having to constantly look back and say, oh, is it updated? Did it change? Well, we'll finish this field off. We'll see. Should we roll first or should we weed first? Does it matter? I don't know. We'll find out. Yeah, I mean, like in theory, you would like have your script up on the prompter, and then I guess there's a software application for it in order to basically tell it to speed up or slow down its scrolling. But it's cool that you can use it as just a regular monitor output and mirror your presentation screen to that display. Now, is it backwards and upside down, or does the software or monitor also adjust for that? It probably will. It fit when it's folded? It probably won't fit when it's unfolded. But if it's folded up, not in its working position. Huh. Well, I guess that means the... Does that mean the case one's too big too? Cotton. Yeah, I would think so. Yeah, it's neat how those teleprompters work with mirrors. That you can reflect an image on a mirror, but the camera doesn't see it. Because the camera just shoots straight through it. Scooter will be getting the award for most attentive on a Zoom call in 2025. Yeah, I know, isn't it? USB-C is such a great thing. You're watching a video. You're watching a video staring right at the camera, right? It's gonna be farming in Farm Sim on a Zoom call using his teleprompter. He'll be asking Elgato, can you make this a high refresh rate display? I need something at least 120 hertz. All right. This is nearly done. Then we'll jump across the street. prior weeding before rolling and seeing that gets our results. I mean, like, I did oats and I tried to weed right after doing oats and it didn't really seem to do anything. Get to work. How big is it? Is it like 8-inch? 8-inch square? I mean, it's gotta be big enough to read. Of course, if it's big enough to read with old man eyes or not, I don't know. Need rolling. Weed growing. Alright, this seems to be getting rid of the weeds. Now let's see. Right, we've how about we weed after rolling? But it doesn't seem to matter. Alright, doesn't seem to matter. Well, yeah, let's get to work. That sounds like something perfect for tomorrow morning. Let's see here. How wide is this roller? Weeder. 12 meters. $12.3. All right, we will. We'll do a little double operation, I guess. We'll run the weeder. We'll AI the roller in behind us. Because I don't think we're going to get to our bean harvest tonight. I forgot about needing to plant our wheat. I was going to go look and see what fields 24, 25, and 23 were, but, well, my field numbers are different. All right. The question is the roller faster than we are? Guess we're about to find out. And if it is faster, then I can also see if my theory about forcing the AI to run a specific speed will work or not. Nine-inch screen. What's the resolution? Is it not a like standard size? Is it more square? Well, with the way AI takes corners, we're definitely faster. Yeah, I'm glad this is going to work out. Are you still playing in that little corner over there? Jeez. Yeah, those kind of harvesters, though, they're ultra expensive. That's the big depressing thing, is we didn't get cheap vegetable harvesting. We didn't get cheap cotton harvesting. So now that we are a few months past the release of Farming Simulator 25, what features are you all most appreciative about having in FS25? And then on the flip side, what features are you really least interested in, or least caring about? I think this will be an interesting question. I don't know. I mean, the pirate ship is there. I don't even think I got the pirate ship achievement. Maybe I did. I guess I have to go all the way out to the main menu to find out. It looks like overall the working speed on this is about the same. It's just they're so much slower in taking their turns. I can look, but isn't there a list of somewhere of achievements? Because it feels like a lot of these achievements and a lot of these other things are just a straight port from 22. So here's a site that has achievements. I don't know how accurate it is. I don't see any achievement. I thought I got something for the museum, but maybe that was really something else. Looks like we have to wait at least a year for the last achievement. Yeah, it's like a lot of these achievements, like you get one, you're like, what did I do? Right? It's too cryptic. The description's not clear enough. Like what? But that link that I just sent basically explains them all. Like you get one achievement for selling any amount of stones. Okay. And then the last achievement is launching a save game that's at least a year old. Okay. Or like a save game that you haven't played in a year. I think that's more the right answer. All right, folks, that's going to do me for the night. I'm going to go ahead and finish seeding this and finish rolling both fields, finish weeding this field before we get back on Wednesday. Wednesday, we will definitely be doing our soybean harvest. And then that will allow us to get into our pig food production. And we'll move into, I guess, our second winter here on the Riverbend Springs edit by Stevie. Hope you all have a good and safe Tuesday. And again, if you are so inclined, please consider donating to the Wildlife Fire Fund. I got a link to that Red Cross link down in the description below. And until next time, happy farming.